Hello everyone, welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson was inspired by my son, who wanted to know how to do some homemade chicken nuggets with breadcrumbs. Okay, so you can either buy breadcrumbs, basically any breadcrumbs will do. Panko breadcrumbs, which are Japanese breadcrumbs, are really nice. Or what's even nicer is to have some homemade breadcrumbs. I've actually got some leftover bread. There's a loaf bread here, which is the crust part of it. This is just from a family loaf you can get from the supermarket. I've also got some flat bread left over, which I'm going to also use. And the other night I made a curry, and I bought some garlic and coriander naan bread. So I'm going to actually use some of that as well. There's no point in throwing that in the bin, because we can actually use that for the breadcrumbs as well. It's entirely up to you what you want to use for the breadcrumbs, but basically any bread, if it's a couple of days old, it's fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut up the bread into smaller pieces. Please bear with me. I know this is a red placemat or a cutting board for raw meat, but it's actually not been used yet. I'm going to actually put the bread into a food processor because I want to whiz this up. So again, just chuck all the bread in, as much as or as little as you want really. And I'm really keen on using some of this naan bread, only because of the flavour more than anything. Okay, so I'm not going to use it all, I'm just going to use the majority of it. I'll put this into my food processor. Okay, bear with me 2 seconds while I try and clean up a little bit. And I just want to remove any breadcrumbs from here, because next I will be using some raw meat. So I'll wash this down and dry off my knife. It's just nice and clean for the meat. Okay, so my breadcrumbs I'm just going to whiz up. Are now looking nice and fine breadcrumbs. Oh, the smell is coming off them just from the coriander and garlic. Naan bread is beautiful, and they're fine. You can grind them down so they're a little bit finer if you want, but as far as I'm concerned, that is ideal at the moment. So into a bowl. Basically 2 bowls. The first bowl I'm just going to put some plain flour, normally 3 or 4 tablespoons, just generic plain flour, nothing really special. I am going to season it, loads of pepper, not so much salt, and into the second bowl I'm just going to beat 2 free-range eggs. Just crack these open, make sure you don't get any of the shell into the egg. If you do, just pick it out. Nice. Okay. and just whisk this with a fork. That's all you need to do. Okay, I am going to get a bigger plate here. This is going to be like a production line type of system. So I'm going to, I've got 2 chicken breasts. These were standard chicken breasts. They were frozen and they've been defrosting most of the day. Now you want to cut these into bite-sized pieces. Obviously most chicken nuggets are not that thick, so I will cut them in half, slice them down the centre, just to like butterfly them a little bit. And the same with the second one. I hope you can see this, everyone. I hope you can. Just slice through the middle of them, just to butterfly them. And then we can actually cut this into bite-sized pieces. I'm only using 2 just for an example more than anything, but if you want to use more, if you've got hungry kids, then by all means chop it more. Bite-sized pieces, so chicken nugget style. Some will be bigger than others, we're not McCain. Okay, thanks, that's good enough for 2 people. I'm now going to discard my knife. Wash your hands with hot water. And what we're going to do now, really, 3 things. We are going to oven bake the chicken nuggets, which is a little bit healthier. We're going to get our breadcrumbs, which we prepared earlier. Okay, I'll wash all that later. We've got our flour, which is seasoned, ready, and we've got our egg wash, which is beaten, ready. Okay, so first things first, dip your chicken breast into your flour. Toss it around so it's nice and dry. Okay, remove any excess. Dip it into the egg wash. Remove any excess. Throw that on your breadcrumbs and just cover them. Very lightly. Now you've got a breaded chicken nugget. Okay. Do that with all your chicken nuggets. Place that into your baking tray. So, nugget number 2. I'm just going to put it in the flour. I'm going to lightly dust it, get rid of the excess dust. So you've got your chicken nugget into your egg wash. Again, you don't want too much egg wash on there. Straight in to your breadcrumbs. And just put loads of breadcrumbs on there. Okay. As I'm picking it up, the breadcrumbs are sliding away. So there's your number 2. Okay, don't worry about your fingers at this stage, because you can wash your hands at the very, very end. You might get a little bit excessive food on your hand, but don't worry about it, it won't hurt anyone. Egg, breadcrumbs, just toss it around. These are going to be lovely. Hopefully I can smell the coriander naan bread. And it was only a couple of days old, but I'm not going to have another curry for a couple of weeks maybe. It would only go in the bin. Okay, chicken nugget, egg wash. Okay, and basically you need to repeat this for all your chicken nuggets. I'll pause the camera for now and I'll continue doing exactly what I'm doing here and placing them into your baking tray, making sure that there's at least, I don't know, 5 or 10 mil in between the chicken nuggets. Hello everyone, welcome back. Now I've prepared the chicken nuggets, literally just in a dusting of some seasoned flour, some egg wash and some breadcrumbs which I made up of leftover bread. I actually use a naan bread with coriander and garlic. There was some flatbreads left over from Tesco's takeaway, just standard flatbreads. And I also had a crust bread from just a normal supermarket loaf. I think it was Tesco's as well. Anyway, I'm just going to use a little bit of rapeseed oil, just a little dusting over the top of these. I should have put it on at the beginning, to be honest with you, to stop them from sticking. I'm hoping they won't stick. But like any home cooking, you live and learn. Okay, I've preheated my oven now to, actually it's on 180 degrees. It is fan assisted. I'm going to put these in for about 20-25 minutes. I'm going to come and check them and make sure they're nice and golden brown. And when I take them out, I'll come back and show you what they're like. Welcome back. Okay, the chicken nuggets are now roughly 10 minutes into the cooking process. As you can see, some of them have gone a little bit brown, so I'm going to just turn them over. I don't really want them to stick to the bottom. Some of them probably have. So just going to try and pry them around. I should have put some oil in the bottom of this first, but don't worry. Chicken nuggets will be lovely. As you can see, they're nice and crispy already. But as the chicken was raw, I'm going to give it another 10-15 minutes just to make sure that they're cooked all the way through. Turn them around so the burnt or the done side or the brown side is actually on the bottom, so you can get some nice air to the top part of it. And again, get some oil, just sprinkle some on top, just to give them a little bit. Alternatively, you can shallow fry these or deep fry them. The choice is yours. I'm choosing to oven because my daughter is on a diet. I'll put these back in. Like I said, the 10-15 minutes, just get them nice and brown all over, and then we're ready to serve with either chunky chips or a side salad. Hi everyone, sorry to interrupt, but my daughter has just given me a brilliant idea of, instead of chunky chips, why not have some jacket potatoes? The oven's already preheated. What's the point in wasting all the heat that's going on in there? We might as well cook two things at once. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some big baking potatoes. I'm just going to prick these a few times. On this one here. And I like to cover these with I know you're not supposed to, because salt is not so good, but we do like salt in our family. So please don't send around the salt police. And what I'm going to do, I'm literally going to bake these. Maybe they should have gone in first, but because my daughter doesn't want chunky chips again, she wants bacon potatoes, I'm going to why not? If I turn them around so the oil goes on the bottom and just put them into the oven. And we'll have jacket potatoes, chicken nuggets and a side salad. Okay, so before everything is cooked, I'm just going to sew together a side salad, iceberg lettuce, some cucumber, some tomatoes, which I'm sure you've got lovely tomatoes in whatever country you're in, and some, this is beetroot, pre-packed beetroot, pre-cooked. I'm only going to make some salad for myself and my daughter. Unfortunately, my son hates salad. Don't know why, but basically I'm quartering the tomato and then quartering it again, and that will be ample for myself and my daughter. The cucumber, take the end. The end is probably not so good. And what I tend to do is I have two ways of doing a cucumber, and I'll show you both ways. So, way number one. Get a spoon. Cut your cucumber in half. Take out the centre pip. You can peel the skin as well if you want. I don't mind the skin. Some people say it repeats on them. And literally just cut this cucumber into little squares. No problem at all. Okay. Likewise, it's up to you how much you want to do. I think that'll be enough for my daughter. And I'll quickly show you the other way. The other way is get the cucumber basically down one way, horizontally, down vertically, and then just go through with your knife, and then you've got your little quartered cucumbers. The choice is yours. I like both ways, depends on what mood I'm in. Okay, so that's the cucumber. The actual lettuce, we don't need too much of it because, like I said, it's only myself and my daughter, and I'm just going to. Now, a lot of people, they wash their lettuce. To be honest with you, in the UK, salad is pretty clean, and I'm not really too afraid of just having a little bit of soil in my salad anyway, so I don't bother. But if you want to wash your salads, then by all means please do. So I am a great lover of beetroot, so you just quarter them, chuck them in. I like them pretty chunky. You can make them into like little slices. The choice is entirely up to you. Not too fussy. So before serving, you can add your salt and pepper. Entirely up to you. I always like to buy a little bit of dressing. You don't have to have, this is some vinaigrette, French dressing. You don't have to, just drizzle over this. There's nothing special. You don't have to buy dressing. You can use a little bit of balsamic or a little bit of white wine vinegar or red wine vinegar. Put some olive oil in there. You can infuse it with some garlic, or you can infuse it with some chili, or put some herbs in there. The choice is entirely up to you. But I like a little bit of French dressing. It's a bit of a vinaigrette. Just toss that around. And now, I like to get my salad to room temperature. So I'm going to leave that until the actual chicken nuggets and the potatoes are cooked. And just cover it with cling film and just leave it outside. You could put it back in the fridge. It's entirely up to you. Depends on how long you have to wait. But I like my salad at room temperature. Hi everyone, welcome back. So, Jacket's potatoes out of the oven. They should be nice to go, and because I've got 3 kids with different tastes, I'm having 3 different portions. Okay, so to begin with, everyone has a potato. It's hot, mind. Use tongs if you have to. And just cut these open. Make sure that they're nice and soft in the middle. Just put it across through. I can turn off the oven now, so you've wasted electricity. And then just basically squeeze your potato. Okay. Like a spot. Yes. Perfect. Okay, so Connor likes butter. Lena and myself likes cheese. Now, normally we put on some sort of
butter.
But at the moment, Lena is on a diet, so she's just having this basically Philadelphia with jalapeno. Very nice. Actually, I might try some of that. It's quite nice, actually. And I like.
So you're allowed oil, but I'm not allowed butter. No?
I like olive oil. And
what about the third child? Where's his playing?
Salt. Phone the salt police. And I will have some of Lena's cheese as well. Get it on. Who cares? Mix it all in. Nice. Okay, so baked beans. I'm not going to tell you the make.
You know a tablespoon of sunflower oil is 120 calories, and you put on about 4, so.
Yep.
But it's better for you, bro. Give or take.
And here's our chicken nuggets.
Wait, why allowed beans?
Did you want beans?
My face stripped of all goodness.
I thought I didn't think you wanted beans. Sorry, I will give you beans now. Don't worry.
You girl hasn't eaten today.
Cool. Chicken nuggets. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's a couple each. Hey, who cares? Okay.
Okay, what are we going to nuggets?
Very good. I'm also going to have some side salad. Lena's going to have some side salad. You want side salad, Lena? Just side salad. This is what I made earlier. It's actually in the previous video. There's my soy salad with my beetroot. I love beetroot. Connor, your salad.
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Lena and Dad. Lena, Dad, and sorry Lena, you want beans. Beans there. Connor's got excessive beans. You can tell this is live. There we go. Happy days. Everyone, bon appetit. As you can see, everyone thoroughly enjoyed.